All right, let's get in NHPC. It's in focus on future cash flow monetizations because the board has approved FCF monetization for Kishanganga Power Station and other power stations, monetization for 8 to 10 years in a single tranche during FY24 and maybe beyond. Mr. R.K. Vishnoi, CMD of NHPC Johnson, to talk about that and more. Remember, NHPC, amongst other names, has had a very good 2023. The question is, can they do an encore on the business side in 2024 and beyond? Mr. Vishnoi, good having you. Thanks for taking the time out. First, just an update on business at large, because one has to admit that 2023 has been a bit of a turnaround year for the power sector at large, in the minds of the capital markets at least, and probably even for business.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. And as you rightly mentioned, this FY23 has been a great year as far as the power sector is concerned, because there was huge demand of power, and all the generation companies in whatever sector, whether hydro, thermal or renewables, they had good time in FY23, and the projection of demand in FY24 and 25 is still bigger. And this is what is basically driving us to look for large capex projects. And the projects which were taken up about a couple of years back, or maybe 3 years back, which were not going at a fast pace, now have been taken up. And this year, the capital expenditure target, what we have kept, is the almost 50% more than what we had last year. So, and every subsequent year, this is the kind of visibility what we are seeing in the hydro sector and the renewable sector. So that's the business outlook as far as the power sector is concerned. A piece of news that I want to get out of the way first, Mr. Vishnoi. The board has approved the free cash flow monetization, I believe, for Kishanganga as well as other stations as well. What is the overall nature of this announcement, and what kind of impact does it have for your cash flows? And by when would some of these monetization efforts start? Yeah, as you know, that asset monetization basically is a great initiative from the Government of India, and we have the mission monetization pipeline, where brownfield infrastructure projects have been listed there, and each organization has been asked to unlock the value of the assets what we have, operational assets. In hydro sector, in fact, what we do is we do not lose the ownership and the operational rights on the asset, and we try to securitize the future cash flows, particularly the return on equity, and based on that, we raise capital just to fund the capex requirements of the under construction projects. So we have done that in FY22 for about 500 crores, and FY23 for about 2,000 crores. In FY24, we have approved to raise 2,000 crores again by securitizing the return on equity of Kishanganga project. And that we have already done that, and we are completing the process. We'll raise this money in the month of February to meet our requirements, capex requirements.
Would you contemplate doing any other monetization within the current financial year before March 2024?
No, I think that's the only thing in FY24. And then FY25 again, we are planning to do the similar exercise. Let's see how much is the requirement and how much we can fetch from the internal sources. And then depending upon the requirement, we'll try to do it. See, this is the best thing in this model, that as per your need, you can raise the capital by securitizing the return on equity of a particular project.
How is the operational piece looking like? Because we know, right, that for example, the Parbati project, the commissioning got delayed because of the rains. I think we might have seen it in some other projects as well. So a lot of notes that I read mentioned that their estimates for FY24 might be delayed, but they are still upbeat about what you do as a company in FY25 in terms of EBITDA growth. Some people pencil EBITDA growth for FY25 to be as high as 40%
relative to FY24. Now, I'd love to understand what is your business outlook per se in numerical terms for FY24-25, and can there be a quantum jump because some projects might have gotten delayed instead of FY24 get commissioned in FY25, and therefore it helps the earnings trajectory?
We had some setback on Parvati 2 because of some floods, unexpected floods in the month of July this year. But the impact of the flood we have minimized, and we see that the total delay in the commissioning of the project, the first unit of the project, is not more than a couple of months. So July next year, that means in FY25, we'll be commissioning this project. But before that, there is a big project, 2000 megawatts Subansiri, which is also slated to be commissioned, the first unit of that project. And we are trying to bring that project in FY24 itself, though there have been little difficulty, geological surprises there. But we have almost overcome those surprises. And now we are on our way to commission the first unit. We'll try to bring it in FY24, maybe a little delay of 15-20 days, which may slip into FY25. So once these two projects, which are big projects, having total. These two big projects, which has the capex value of something like 30,000 crores, once they commission and capitalize, this will change the numbers of the company, largely. And what we see that we'll not only maintain the EBITDA growth, what we have been getting in the last few years, but we'll have a quantum jump in FY25 and FY26 particularly.
Okay, so when you say a quantum jump, Mr. Vishnoi, it's great to see the head honchos of some of the PSU names now talking business in such a soft fashion. I would love to understand, when you talk about quantum jump, what is it that we are looking at?
See, this is, as you know that...
Sir, not exact numbers, but just give us some color.
Our sector is a regulated sector, and the kind of returns are assured returns in this sector. And so what we basically visualize and what we forecast in terms of EBITDA growth and the return on equity, I mean, those are mostly certain numbers. So today I am maintaining EBITDA something like 50+%, and this would be in FY26 around 60%, because this is what we are expecting after commissioning of these two mega projects, the Parvati and the Subansiri.
Sorry, did I hear you say that you would grow EBITDA by 50% in FY25 and 26 both?
The EBITDA total percentage, would be something around 60% in FY25.
No, which is the EBITDA margin you are saying?
EBITDA margin, yeah.
No, but okay, which I understand, sir. In which case, tell me, what is the sales growth looking like? Give me some idea of whether sales grows at a particular clip or EBITDA grows at a particular clip.
Sales will grow because once we commission these two projects, of course, there will be more generation of power. And we expect a jump of something like 15 to 20% in the sale growth. And that would lead to the EBITDA margin growth of something like 7 to 8%.
Okay. Well, we'll leave it to that, Mr. Vishnoi. Thank you so much for taking the time out and being with us, and wishing you all the best for a successful 2024.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. Thank you very much.
The pleasure is ours. Thanks so much for tuning in. We need to slip into a quick break. Up next, Man Industries has successfully tested hydrogen transport pipes. Mr. Ramesh Chandra Mansukhani, RC Mansukhani, the chairman of the company, joins